Life is built one day at a time, layer upon layer, moments, events, strokes on our canvas, creating the unique portrait of who we are. Hello, it's so great to see you again. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to talk about something before I get into this conversation about people who have seen me on Reddit, Instagram, and YouTube promoting some type of product. It's either a language product or a supplement product, and I want you to know it is absolutely not me. I never ever promote products. I don't do commercials for products. So if you see something like that, please report it and then let me know that you have seen something like that. I really would appreciate it. Today I'm going to talk about something that you can do that is probably the most important thing you will ever do in your life. And that is to stay away from processed food. And I know you're going to say to me, well, it's so expensive. Every time I go to the grocery store, I have to eat processed food because I cannot afford foods that are whole and not processed. Well, that is a great big myth. And I'm going to tell you something about my daughter before we go into it. My daughter has an autoimmune illness. She, in 2022, developed psoriatic arthritis so bad that she had to quit her job as a flight attendant. She has been on so many biologics throughout the years. One works and then the next one doesn't work. And she now has to go back onto another biologic that is stronger and is an infusion. She can't just give herself a shot. She actually has to go to the doctor's office and get an infusion. In the meantime, she has been looking at me and the way I eat, and she has decided to eat a whole foods diet. She has eliminated all the processed foods from her diet. I went to the doctor with her 2 days ago, and she has improved so much. She has no more lesions on her skin. Her feet are better. Overall, she's lost weight, and her body is saying thank you. So her doctor is so encouraged, and he believes wholeheartedly that we are what we eat, and that if she continues eating a whole foods diet and eliminates all processed foods from her diet, it could be in the future that she will be able to minimize her biologics or maybe go off of them altogether. Processed foods are poison. And I know what you're saying. I live here in South Beach, very expensive community. I'm surrounded by apartments and condos that are 20 million and up. That's not me. I am not a rich woman. I'm comfortable, but I'm not rich. So we at our grocery store have very elevated prices. And now with the economy the way it is, I'm hoping it's going to get better. But you know how expensive food is, especially if you are feeding a family, or just even myself when I go to the grocery store. I have sticker shock every time I get my receipt. But I have found that there are certain things that you can buy that are not processed that are really reasonable. I have found a packet, and I found these when I was long time ago when Arthur was here and he loved my soups. It's a soup mix, and it has onions, turnips, carrots, fennel, maybe a parsnip in it, and I chop it up and I use a vegetable broth with it, and I make myself a delicious soup for $4.99 that will last me a couple days for lunch, and maybe even at night if I'm feeling like soup instead of a regular meal. There are ways that you can keep from eating processed food. If you buy processed food, even frozen foods, please look at the label. If you look at that label, you will be in shock. There are so many things added to that product that should be really simple that you don't even know what they are. And it's really, really toxic. And my daughter's doctor agrees. If we could only get rid of processed food in our diets, all of us would be so much healthy while we are here. Now, we all have DNA. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to live, but while I'm here, I want to be sure that I have the energy and the stamina, and I have the feel-good portion of trying to eat foods that are not processed. And even if you are on a budget, is honestly, you have the ability to do that. I'm going to give you 5 tips right now, and I've written them down so that I don't forget, on maybe how you can shop when you go to the grocery store and find products for you that are whole. And one thing I do have to add, when you eat whole foods, they're full of fiber. Salads, greens, rice, potatoes, they are full of fiber, and all of that fiber not only is healthy for you, it's good for your digestive system, for your bowels, for everything, but it keeps you full longer, and you will find that you're not as hungry without the junk food. The junk food is like dopamine. You can become addicted to all of those things, including sugar. But anyway, I'm going to give you 5 things now that hopefully you'll be able to use as tips to help you shop better when you go to the grocery store. The first one, shop the perimeter of the grocery store, and that's where all the fresh produce is. Choose colors, bright colors, carrots, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, salads. All of these things have bright colors, and in those bright colors, you will find all of the nutrients that you need for a healthful body. Cook simply. You do not need fancy recipes. Maybe a great big baked potato, rice, and a big salad, and maybe a piece of fish, tuna. Well, I don't eat tuna, but salmon, even sardines are so healthy for you, and they are not expensive. You can even get canned salmon that will last a long time, but it really is not bad for you, because immediately as it comes into the fishery, they can it, and all of the nutrients are kept there really, really fresh. Drink water. I've talked about this before. Drink water, not soda. Your body and all of your organs need hydration. So get off the soda kick. I mean, it has caffeine in it, has things that really addict you to what you're drinking. So try to drink soda. I drink zero water once in a while. It has zero sugar, but it has a lot of vitamins added to it and a little bit of flavor that I need once in a while instead of plain water. And also, it says crowd out, don't cut out. In other words, pile your plate with lots of greens, lots of rice, a big potato, and you will find that you are not consuming a bunch of calories. You're just consuming good, healthy nutrients that will keep you full and nourish your body. It is so hard when you, and all of us, I mean, my grandparents ate whole foods and they lived a long life. My parents ate whole foods. We didn't have all those processed foods when I was younger, and probably when you were younger. So if you can, try to, even if you do it step at a time, eliminate processed foods from your diet, and it will be the best thing that you can ever do for your life, the best choice that you can ever make in your life if you can. And you don't have to be a millionaire to do it. You just have to be a smart shopper, especially today. Thank you for joining me today. I love each and every one of you, and I hope that you will at least think about this. Maybe it's not what you want to do, but I'm just trying to keep all of you aware of of maybe how to lead a better life on all levels, emotionally, spiritually, and putting what you need to put in your body. Take care, and I love all of you, and I hope to see you soon.